Hey guys, good morning. I wanted to hop on and just share some things that I've been thinking about. So let's just dive into that. So this morning on my way to work, I was sitting here thinking about seasons. And we already know that in the natural, we cannot control seasons. It's going to be winter, it's going to be spring, it's going to be summer, and it's going to be fall. And there's nothing that we can do about it. Leaves are going to fall. We're going to have our winter moments. We are going to be in different seasons. That is something that we cannot control. And it's the same thing in the natural. It's like in our life, we are going to go through different seasons. And I hear a lot of people on here and they talk about manifestation and thinking and getting and receiving everything with your mind. Excuse me. And I am not saying in none of that works, and I'm not saying that that's not a good thing. Because of course our mind plays such a big part of who we are and what we attract. I get that. But what I do want to share is that there is no amount of manifestation. And this is just opinion, y'all. There's no amount of manifestation, that is going to cause you not to go through a season. Seasons are a part of life. As much as I would love to say that it's going to be rainbow and sunshines 24/7, 365 days out of the year, it's not. You have your seasons where you are healed. You have your seasons where you are reaping. You have your seasons where you're high. But then you have your seasons where you may not be reaping. You may be going through something. You may be struggling in some area. You may have a season where it's not where you expect or what you want it to be. Those things are called life. Those are called shifting. Those are called seasons that we just go through. And it's nothing that you did wrong. It's not a reaping of something that you did. It's not a sin that you created that you're reaping. None of that. It's something that's called life. And we go through different seasons. I mean, we lose loved ones. We cannot stop death. And we go through a season where we have loss and it hurts. We go through a hurting season. We go through a season where we may not be receiving the things that we used to receive. It's a change. But what I want to say, that seasons are always a benefit. When it's a raining season, when it's a season where it's just raining, well, it's a benefit to that. It causes things to grow. Spring, all of the different seasons, it benefits us, and we're not realizing that. And so even in our own lives, when we're going through different seasons, it's benefiting us. It's allowing us to be stronger. It's allowing us to walk in endurance. It's allowing us to be resilient. But what I wanted to say is that we have to prepare for seasons. We prepare for the winter. We get winter clothes, long sleeve shirts. When a storm is coming, we get whatever we need, food. We make sure we got everything in the house. When there's hurricane seasons, I know for me, I make sure I get batteries. I got flashlights. You never know. We prepare, when it's summertime, we want to make sure that the air conditioners is working and running. For me, I want to make sure my cars, the air conditioner is pumping in the summertime. We prepare for those, and we need to prepare for our seasons. And how do you prepare for that? Well, I'm glad you asked. We have to make sure that we have the right team. I said that. We need to have a team that can handle us in the season of change. And what I mean by that is we have our circle. who's going to be able to support us. Now, for me, I realize that my circle is very, very small. I mean, tiny. But I know who to go to for certain things. Now, if I need encouragement and I need motivation, I know who to go to. You know, if I need some wisdom, I know who to go to. If I need spiritual assistance, if I need somebody to push through, pray through, I have one of those. If I need financial assistance, oh, I got one of those. So what I mean is we have to have a team of supporters and that team to help us get through that season. It's not going to make the season less painful or less hurtful, but it's going to be that support system that you need. So I just wanted to share that it's like we have to prepare for our seasons and different seasons that we go through. We have to make sure that who we have as our support is going to be able to support us through the bad weather, the bad seasons, but then they're going to be there in the good season. So the moments when we are reaping and when we are on top and we are enjoying life, we want those same people, that same circle, to be able to continue to support you and be joyful for you or be joyful with you, in that joyful season, you know, that state where you are receiving everything that you need and you desire. You still want that circle to be there to be able to support you. And then when you are in that season where you are not doing the best, and that's the season of change, the season of shifting, and you may be feeling the shift, you want that team there to support you. So I say to prepare for any season, whether it's a good season or bad season. I don't want to say bad season, a good season or a challenging season or shift. You want to make sure that your team is with you, but you got to get the right team. You have to get to the right team. You don't want to go to someone for support emotionally when they don't know how to be. You know, you don't want to go to the wrong person when you have a vision that's so big that nobody understands, but you don't want to go to the wrong person who can't handle your vision, who's going to be negative, who's going to talk you out of the vision. Like, you got to know who to go to. And so I wanted just to share that because I thought about that. I'm like, God, we can't control what goes on. We can't control different seasons. We can't stop life for lifing. I don't care what you're doing. You're going to have a rainy season. You're going to have a season where there is a shift, where you may not be experiencing your best life at that moment. Because again, there's a shifting, there's an elevation, there's a resilientness that's taking place. Those are the moments where you need to have a support system to get you through the season. And again, the same way that we prepare for our natural seasons, winter, spring, fall, summer, we need to prepare for the seasons that are going to take place in our life, because we cannot stop these seasons. Last year, real quick, and then I'm going to let you go. Last year, I was in almost the worst season of my life. I could have never thought about another season that has been that bad. And I had maybe 1 or 2 support systems in that season. And they know who they are. And man, did they carry me through that season. They carried me through the season spiritually. They carried me through the season financially. And so without them, I know truly I might not have made it. I'm being honest. Mentally, I wouldn't have made it. And so I just think that it's very important to know your circle, to know who is a part of your season. So I just wanted to jump on and share that. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.